Hi guys, Simon Palmer here from the south coast of England. You can find out more about me at meetsimonpalmer.com, or if you're local to Chichester or West Sussex, Hampshire, you can come and say hello. I'm an osteopath in Chichester, I actually work in Fishbourne. I work from home, nice and conveniently, commuting up and down the stairs. But today I'm hesitating because I just want to share this video. But what I thought I'd do is just have a little review of the patients that I saw this morning, and maybe there's some something that come out of that which may be able to help you too. So I think that has shared. Yep. So let's have a little look at what we did this morning, and then I got some interesting mail this morning, and the papers are interesting. And as you'd imagine, at this time of year, it's all about detox and diet and exercise and all that stuff. Bright and early start this morning, which meant that I couldn't go for my walk. Soon, hopefully it'll be light before 8 o'clock, and getting much lighter. Better day today than it was yesterday, that's for sure. Okay, so yeah, that's right. So a lady came in, and she had pain. She had pain down her leg from just between Christmas and New Year, and that has started to ease, but she still had this little bit of pain radiating around her pelvis. And what I was able to explain to her was that's usually a good sign. When things get more localized, it means there's less structures involved, so things are on the mend. So if you've got a problem and you find that it's starting to get more localized, then that's a good sign that things are improving more often than not. Another lady, this is interesting. She's had sciatica for many weeks, since November or beginning of December, or maybe a bit longer than that. She had this nasty sciatica radiating all the way down and below her knee, and she could feel it from her back. But the biggest problem she was having was the fact that it was in a lot of spasm, and it was very difficult to walk, because what the body does, it tends to lock up around the spine. If there's any potential damage to the spine, because it's such a sensitive area, the body tends to go overboard trying to protect it. I don't know if any of you have ever broken a limb or broken an arm, but what you often find is that all the muscles down either side of the fracture just seize, and then it becomes like a natural splint. And that's exactly what's happening in the back, and people get very worried about it, and it's not there without reason. So you need to listen to it to a certain extent. And obviously I don't get to see the people that are in big trouble, because they end up going to hospital. But those that do come and see me, and those that have had a history of this sort of thing before, it's quite disconcerting when you feel that you're getting better, and then suddenly you may have an awkward step or something, and you get this massive spasm, and you think you're back to, which can sometimes drop you on your knees or drop you on the floor, and you think you're back to square one. But quite often what I found is that it's just a reminder that things aren't quite right, just to be a little bit careful. And whilst you're not all the way back to square one, you just need to be a little bit wary of it. So, and this sciatica things, they can go on for a long time, and people can, months or probably sometimes longer, but people can often end up in the pain clinic where they just manage their pain rather than actually do anything about it. Well, they're not doing them because there's nothing that can be done about it, but quite often those people haven't necessarily been to visit an osteopath or a chiropractor, or had any physical therapy at all. So that might be worth bearing in mind if you have had pain for a long time. You may, if you haven't had any manipulation or anything like that, it might be worth having a look. Gentleman came, he was 86, fit as a fiddle, wonderful company, and he's got wear and tear, osteoarthritis in his spine and in his hands, and he was wondering if I could do anything to help him. And the answer is Absolutely, because I can't do anything at all for arthritis, osteoarthritis. But what I can do is enable the body or the person to manage it better and have less pain because of it. It's wear and tear. Osteoarthritis is essentially wear and tear. And we all get it to a certain extent, to a greater or lesser extent, in our low back and in the bottom of our neck. And that's just part of, and in your hands, you see that these joints tend to swell a little bit. And that's perfectly normal. But just because you got it doesn't mean that you have to be in pain. So it's well worth having a look. Go and visit an osteopath, chiropractor, and they might be able to help you out. So bear that in mind. And then, so the interesting thing that in through the post today, and I used to use supplements, and some of my patients still use supplements. So certainly for joints like glucosamine and chondroitin, which I used to use a lot or every day and recommend it. And Lambert's that's probably back to front on Facebook. So Lambert's is a good company that sells supplements, and so they're often recent. And one of the things is detoxification. I won't show you it because it will be in mirror writing, because Facebook tends to mirror what you show in as far as well, certainly everything. So it's interesting that it should be about detoxification straight after Christmas. They've obviously got their marketing under control. And in the papers, so what have we got here? This is today's paper, Daily Mail. The definitive diet, the 3 golden rules for losing weight. The definitive diet pull-out, the best bits of every diet. Well, let's have a look. Centre pages. So what they're suggesting is that you can use different, well, there's a lot of recipes, which is great for leftovers. But obviously what they're suggesting is that you can pick and choose bits of different diets, which I'm not sure entirely if that works, because each diet works for a specific reason, whether it's cutting out fat or carbohydrates or whatever. I don't think there's any real need to worry about that, because there's a way of getting all your nutritional needs during the first half an hour of the day, so you don't have to take any multivitamins or extra supplements, because you can do it all, fill in all your nutritional gaps in the first half an hour of your day. So get fit and fabulous with Jamie Oliver and Deliciously Ella. So this is the theme, obviously, for the papers at this time of year, and we all have these. Well, we don't all have them, but there's a lot of people who are wanting to get fitter, New Year's resolutions, and that's all a good thing. But unfortunately, it's short-lived, and by the end of this week, more than half will have given up by the 15th of January. So here's another one. Oh, the best bits of every diet by Dr. X and Van Tulleken. Lose up to a stone in 2 weeks. And so this is picking the best bits. So people want to make it easy. So that's why they're advertising taking the best bits out of your diet. And yes, it's important to do diet and exercise. But well, I've got one friend who's he's a sports trainer. He talks about a lot of people talk about calories in versus calories out, and it's a sort of rule of thumb. But it's, if you compare 100 calories of fast food to 100 calories of salad or good nutritious food, those calories don't really compare. So I'm not sure that that's very good a good equation to bear in mind. So I know a way, and I've been using it for the last 6 months, where you can cover all aspects of your diet, or fill all the nutritional gaps in your diet during the first half an hour of your day. So if that's something you're interested in, then send me a message, comment on here, share down here, because this is a message that people need to hear. Because with all these things in the paper about trying to make things easy, trying to make things tasty, trying to give you the best parts of every diet, it's surely a better way is to cover everything within the first half an hour of your day, and then you can choose how good or bad you want to be with the rest of your diet through the day. And quite often, whilst you don't lose your appetite, you have less of an appetite, so you probably eat less anyway. But for everybody's experience is different, so well worth a look. So bear that in mind. Send me a message, comment below, share away. If you can go and like my page, Chichester Osteopath, that would be really good, because we're trying to promote that this year. Henrietta has joined our practice, and she's going to be working here on Tuesdays and Fridays in the afternoons, and she's very interested in starting a mums and babies clinic. So that's something that we're going to be promoting in the next few weeks, and with some emails. So send me your emails, we'll stick you on the list, and you'll get our newsletter. So thanks for listening, share away, and yeah, please go and like my Facebook page, Chichester Osteopath Simon Palmer. So it's facebook.com/Chichester Osteopath, or you'll be able to click on the link which is above here. So yeah, thanks for watching. I will catch you all on the next one.